Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Shenanigans. Sorry for the long break. We got talking about StarCraft, and it's hard to stop.
It's fine. I said it in chat.
The best of times.
The worst of times.
Both. Yeah.
Good times now.
Anyway,
Yeah,
there's a giant sword spider trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, him.
Roll
Have
initiative.
fun.
Okay. I'm a small creature, so that's what?
+1.
Plus
Well,
two?
if you're using Nycrophor's movement, you got to use Nycrophor's.
He's on his own.
I'm on my own.
Well then,
+1.
initiative. You're small. It's still 3, surprisingly.
What?
That's
I know.
bullshit.
Medium and small creatures have an initiative modifier 3. Only tiny have initiative modifier 0. I know,
I
you would
move at
expect
5.
small to have a lower movement speed than medium, but it's not true. Small and medium are both +3.
In the combat tabs, if you go over to modifiers, it has it at 0, and tiny is a -3.
What? If you a -3, a -3?
Yeah, for tiny.
Damn. I
Well,
wanna be
that's
tiny.
weird, because if you go to the DM screen, it says something different.
Well, the DMG agrees with Neal, but not the cheat sheet. So you've got to fix your cheat sheet, Neal.
Wow, it's very complicated. For today, we're going with the +3.
Anyway, I move at 5. I doubt it moves before me.
Spider sword, it is very large. Some might call it huge. It will go after you. Make your maneuver.
So I also move faster than it, don't I?
Perhaps you have no idea how fast it moves.
I move at move speed 24, so I'm like, well,
That's quite fast.
shit. And so, just for reference, I'm like, Neal, look at the screen. I'm like right here,
Uh-huh.
and he's like right up here, right?
Yeah, he's
Like this
90
way?
yards away.
Sure. I'm gonna go this way, probably about
Uh-huh.
100 yards,
Uh-huh.
and then go down this way.
Right. You
For my- I'm gonna do a
roller
full
skate
move, so.
over the difficult terrain, making progress as the sword spider lumbers after you. The click, click, click of its steel blades against the stone that you're upon. The rest of the party can see the sudden flurry of movement. No longer is Shag trying to stay hidden. He is simply running, and as he comes into view, the sword spider follows him. Skating, not running, but running in this sense is a metaphor, not a literal description.
Yeah.
The
It
word
mattered to
run
me right
actually,
there. I apologize.
the word run has the most definitions out of any possible word in the world. You can use run to mean actually like running on your feet, for running a program. Your refrigerator is operating. Run is the single most diverse meaning word
Whoa.
in the English
What about
language.
fuck?
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Run
There it
is the single most diverse word in the English language.
All right.
I stand by my statement that he is running.
I don't want to elaborate on this one.
You sure?
I don't mind. Let's go.
Sure, it's still stream.
It's your stream, Neal. Let's do this.
Okay.
Go.
Anyway,
for days.
you run from the spider. It chases after you. The party, seeing this, what are you gonna do?
I mean, they're still pretty far, right?
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
super
they're pretty far
far.
away. Nothing.
I'm gonna kind of start slowly walking towards him.
I
Okay.
mean, aren't we
Not
like
really
here with Necrophor here? What's Necrophor doing?
Well,
He's just
I'm
chilling.
in Necrophor.
I'm chilling with
Necrophor.
Necrophor then. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys chill. The spider chases Shag. Shag makes his way away from the spider with increasing speed, putting distance and distance between them. And eventually the spider gives up its chase, turns around, and clunks back into the mountains, disappearing behind rocks and fading from view. Hidden,
I take a moment
lurking.
as I notice that it goes away to look up at the tower. What's it doing?
The rotating scope has stopped and is fixed upon you.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna. Is there like any sort of cover?
Tons of cover.
Perfect. I'm going to just swear profusely in Kobold and then go away from the party and away from the tower and try and act like, oh, I'm just a shitty little kobold as I run away.
Shitty little kobold on magical roller skates. Ignore me. Whoosh,
Yep.
whoosh, whoosh.
You know what? I believe it. I buy it. Sounds like a
buy it.
kobold
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, just kobold things.
Wait, actually, what is? Don't kobolds have a special ability? that
Well, he's
makes
the only
them-
one that they can see.
I was
so
literally
it's
the only
still-
one.
Yeah. So that
And
ability
I would
wouldn't
say-
come to a play.
I would be very tasty prey for a giant spider. Especially if I'm on my own. Anyway, so yeah, I'll just like run away, duck under cover, and like every now and then just like take a look back and see if it's still tracking where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wait.
All right, guys. I think our cover's blown. We should just go in right now.
Wait for him to get back, then we'll make a plan.
I mean, the plan is like, let's go in.
Well, wait for him. All right,
Okay.
he's the smart one.
So,
Leroy Jenkins this?
does it eventually ever go back to rotating? Is there like an approximate range where it does?
Well, in order for it to do that, you'd have to poke your head out and potentially expose yourself to the thing.
What color is the
It
terrain
was
around?
painted.
Like,
Oh, the color of the terrain?
yeah, the terrain.
You'll have
Like, is it like kind of gray
green
rocky?
and wet grasses. You'll have lichen-covered rocks that stick out.
Okay.
The occasional trees and bushes.
All like,
So greens and grays with some oranges and reds.
so. All right, so yeah, I'll find a bush that I'm like hiding behind, and then I can probably like stick my head out just barely, give a small profile. Like, I don't know what's going on like with this thing, so you have to take a risk at some point. So like, probably about 100 to 150 yards away, like look towards where the spider went, and then while I've got my head pointed that way, just like look up at the tower, see what's going on.
Give me a perception check.
Sure. Like, I'm only looking for movement, but I guess if I find something else, I find something else.
Yeah, the spider is definitely hidden from view. The telescope-looking thingy is still pointed. It's at like its max 90-degree angle, which
Sure.
is in your general direction, but you're probably a little bit beyond the 90-degree mark. But you know, its vision is conical.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Or what was that
So-
word we called? Frustrumable? Frustumable.
No, conical in this case would be correct.
Okay.
Anyway. Alright, so it's still not moving.
It has stopped and is stationary.
Okay. I don't see the spider, so I'll go moving this way and keep checking back for it to see when it starts going back to its automatic.
The rest of the party, you have seen Shag duck into cover, the spider retreat beyond the realm of vision, and the switchy thingy stopped and is looking at Shag. What do you guys want to do?
All right, guys. We don't have much time. They've already been alerted. We either go in now or they're gonna get us. They're gonna send everything we have. Like, we have a small window of time to just go in,
All right.
take the plans, and get out.
You guys go in. I'll ride past Shag and get him covered with my horse and see if they'll give him a chance to move out.
We can always just like use his information to like sneak in though, bro. Cause like
We can't sneak it. There's no information. There's no sneaking in. Nothing of what we know helps us sneak in. Let's go. I start going.
He goes.
I don't know if I agree, but
I
He
ride in the direction of
stays.
Shag.
He goes towards Shag.
I see them.
I sit on Necrofer.
I
I feel like
great.
I'm
I'll let
missing
you
a
sit on
voice
him.
here. Will, what
yeah,
are
I
you
roll
doing?
with the party. You know
The
what?
party's
See
going in
what-
3 different directions.
Alright,
three
so
different directions.
Necrofer will
I
go
want to go in. I'm going with my buddy to the right. My
All right.
mechanical cyborg.
Excellent. You go with
Android, I forget
Admiral
what we call
Jaw.
them.
Let's
I
go.
love splitting the party.
Okay.
I'm down to die with Bryan one more time.
I yell to Shag. Our cover is blown. We need to get in and go out soon.
The shout echoes across the mountain and pool sides. Everyone hears it.
well, I like I'm like closely poking. I see them, and then I hear that, and I just like plop down in a bush, and then I stick my head out. Does the tower look towards them then?
No, it is still fixated in your general direction.
Yeah,
Well, I'm riding in to be in between that barrel and him with the horse.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stay watching it then.
All right.
Because apparently it can't see me.
The two headed towards the tower, Bryan and Will.
With Necrofer tags along.
Well,
I think Necrofer likes their plan better.
again, I said I was staying with the Necrofer, so I guess I go with them.
You
too.
stay with okay, so the three of you plus
I
Necrofer
trust
head on in.
Necrofer.
When I say I go with him, hold on. I want to not be standing directly next to him or directly behind him. I want to be 10 to 20 feet away.
Sure, you guys are trying to navigate the difficult terrain while keeping distance and running towards it. There are going to be areas that are sort of bottlenecks that you'll all have to pass through or like get significantly delayed behind each other. It's going to be a chaotic scramble towards the tower.
That's acceptable.
All right, there
And I
you
assume
guys
we
go.
are approaching from like this angle, where it's like.
But you're not coming from the
like this,
mountain.
right?
I don't know
'cause,
what
like,
you're doing.
You don't see on the map where you drew?
I don't see what you're doing. I see
it's on
no-
hide. Sorry, it was on hide. So like the camera's looking here, right? And we're coming from this angle, right? Something like that.
You guys have been coming alongside the mountain this way.
Oh, we were already on that side.
Yeah, because you've been this is all swampy out here, so you've been coming more or less right along here to
So
where
we
it's
were
now
already near
fixed.
Shag then.
Yeah, so you guys came this way, then Shag went like up and over, and then came down like this,
Yep.
and then had to retreat back this way, and so now the camera, the telescope thingy is looking in your direction.
Yeah. Well, like I'm pointing out that we're either
Oh.
near Shag or that we have an opening, right? It's like one or the other.
I mean, I think the important word here is near.
Yeah.
And depending on your definition of near, then yeah, sure, you're near Shag, or you're not actually near
Okay.
him at all.
That's
depending
all I
on,
needed. Okay.
you know, how do you want to define near? Anywho, the three of you break in that direction. Necrofer behind you. You close to within 50 yards of the tower when something happens. But before we get to what happens, as you guys get to within 50 yards of the tower, Lorebringer arrives at Shag with a mount.
Well, I made sure I'm towards the tower with the mount, so the line of sight from the barrel to him would be interrupted.
Right, so you will cover Shag with your body.
Yeah, and the horse's body.
And the horse's body, yes. What do you say to Shag when you arrive at him?
All right. What do you want to do now, Shag? Like, you got cover now.
Well, there's the fucking answer. Look at the three of them running out there. Like, if we're gonna do something, you gotta commit to it. Go!
All right.
Go!
You're just gonna wait here on your own? All right, I'll go in.
I'm gonna maneuver. Like,
All right.
this golem's made out of wood. I have an
Lorebringer
idea.
turns and starts charging towards him on his horse. The other party members get to within 50 feet, and that's when the 50 yards noise comes from the tower, and storming out of the front from a door that you cannot see that has just opened stands a giant golem made of red wood. And a large glass plate over the center of it, in which you can see a gnome pulling a series of levers and switches and pushing on pedals as the golem stalks towards you. We will roll initiative.
Had you already described the terrain around the tower or not? I think it was.
Hey, mountainside. You know,
Okay.
we could get into depth about it, but it's difficult terrain. It is intermittently steep or flat. There are rocks, bushes, trees that make the whole area kind of awkward and difficult to get around.
Cool.
It's a frickin' mess.
You have to throw me a
I
token
didn't
if
have
you
my
want me in the
token.
order. My cute little drawing
My
will
thing's
no longer
accurate though,
suffice.
so we're good.
Where is Will? Very end, because it's alphabetical. And Fennel form. Ooh, that is a substandard token, but it will work for the time being. You are a Minotaur.
Yep. And this is actually a 10. Okay.
Get a move on. You're so slow. You're 19.
It's actually a 10. I just had to re-roll to put me in the turn order.
Oh,
We're
okay.
as fast as we can be. We went from the fastest to the slowest in 2 rolls. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that out there.
There you go. Now you have a better form.
much better. Beautiful. Got our big tower shield as well, but it's quite all right.
How do you use a glaive and a tower shield?
Size large.
Glaive is only one-handed. You don't need two for both of them.
It's not an H weapon? Oh my god.
It's not. It took some doing, but I read through the entire arms manual and I found one.
How long does the handle have to be for it to be a pole arm? Shag, can you let us know? Can you bring out your axe again? What?
Yeah. Technically, it has a reach too as well,
I think
I'm rolling it as reach one.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's massive.
Seems like a pole arm to me.
Yeah, it's pretty big. It's 1/6 beer cans and then some cut up box. I had a lot of time.
And if he can one-hand it, then definitely.
Oh yeah, one hand a giant thing made out of aluminum cans, empty aluminum cans, and some cardboard.
Don't you mean mithril?
No, I mean aluminum.
Okay.
I appreciate it, Bryan.
Mech, you are the first one to go. You're keeping up with these creatures, following Necrofur.
Not
Unless you
quite
didn't
mech,
roll for
mech.
initiative? Mech?
I did roll for initiative.
No, Mech. I'm not
Me?
talking about
I
you.
did, but I didn't have my token selected. But it was
What's your
6, which was
initiative?
already on there, so I just didn't touch it.
So you're going first, yeah. Go.
Yeah. Entangle
No,
on the
Neal, I'm going
robot
first.
thingy that is made of wood, which is
Well,
going to
Shag got 4, but he's not in the initiative order because he didn't.
Yeah,
click
because
his
Shag's
token
too far
first.
away. He's not going to be able to close to an appreciable range this round.
Let him do
Everyone
his
else is at 50 yards. Shag is like way far away now.
How far away is far away?
If you ran for a couple of turns at speed 24, even if you're going at half speed, that's going to be like an extra 120 yards. Like, you were at 50 yards and you ran for 2 or 3 rounds. So you're
one
2 or
round.
3 rounds away because it chased you for a little bit. We didn't go into round by
Okay.
round detail, but like you ran after you, you took cover.
Fine.
The rest of the party charged forward. You're going to take a round or 2 to catch up. Yeah.
Fine.
Cool. TLDR, entangle.
Excellent. You
This is the
cast
way-
entanglement near the giant wood golem. And I can already hear you, Bryan, saying, does the golem entangle itself because it's
I
made
was
out of
thinking-
wood?
I was very curious.
The answer is no. It does not entangle itself.
Okay, but you said bushes, trees, etc. in the area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Kel Jock Lorebringer.
Right in. Just riding in. I think I'm some distance away. I was where Shag was, so it'll take me a bit because Shag's faster than me, so even on horseback.
Insect Boy. Insect
Oh,
Boy.
Neal, by the way, we're doing movement and cast at the same time. I feel like the rules.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's me. Sorry.
Yeah, you can cast and move in Shenanigans. We don't give a shit.
Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't
It's
wanna
gone
be
back to
lined up,
normal.
so I probably
I-
took cover or something with my.
Am I within
Right.
range of him? Or wait,
What is range?
like to charge? To
Yeah,
charge
you're
and
within
attack him?
50 yards.
All right,
Charge.
I'll do it. He's entangled. Wait a second.
Entangled. Entangled doesn't work on certain size beings.
There.
Yeah, certain
Yeah, but I
size
would get entangled.
don't get into. Yeah.
Can I wait for him to get out of that entangle? Like, see if he passes that.
Yeah, you want to wait to see what he does? You can just delay your turn to the very end of the round.
Yep.
Perfect.
And Miktaki, it's only exceptionally large, aka gargantuan, that or
Ah,
like exceptionally
okay.
strong.
Well, exceptionally strong might apply here.
All right, Fennel Form.
So, can I not get to him without going through the entangle?
The creature is stepping out and walking towards you. You're not really sure of the entangled area if you're already like mid-run towards it. So you can decide if you want to like approach it and get close or hang out at the distance now that it's appeared. What is your general strategy? Are you like mad rushing or are you taking your time? What's the
We're
goal?
gonna Leroy Jenkins. We're gonna just try to
Yeah,
rush
we
him
are.
and get him in the knee, and get prepared to knock aside his blow, whatever comes
Excellent.
next.
Charge on in there. The creature stalks towards you. You stalk towards it. You've got some reach with your polearm, maybe?
Yeah, technically has reach too.
Okay. You will notice that it is only very mildly hampered by the entangle. Like branches and grasses grab onto it, and it goes like and steps forward. It's definitely slowed down while it's in the zone, but it is not entirely stopped. It also passed its save.
All right, so I mean, we're just gonna truly charge it and go for the knee. So,
Okay. Give
this
me
is
a
with a
roll to hit.
+2?
You're charging. +2 for the charge.
16.
16 stabs into the wood of the creature. Roll me damage. It's a
10?
lie. 16 doesn't hit. You just hit the creature a mighty blow on your glaive. Start to get stuck and you can rip it back out. But its AC is higher than 16.
Oh,
I
I see.
just wanted to troll you. Yes.
I see.
Yes, I'm a monster. Just like this. The
All right,
Golem goes next. You can see the gnome inside cackling with laughter that you cannot hear as the redwood giant steps towards you and attempts to land a foot on you, final form. With a natural 14 plus
So it's basically taking a kick action.
a kick, a step, a stomp. I don't know what you
Well,
want
how
to
much
call it.
bigger than final form is he?
It's like 2
Not
feet
much
tall.
bigger, to be honest. I guess this guy, yeah, because you're 7.5 feet tall. This guy's like 8.5, 9 feet tall. So it can't
got about
actually
2
step
feet.
on you from above. So it's
See-
got to try and kick you. Yeah, it's a kick.
Also, you have to think about this. This would be a menace to other gnomes who are probably like 3 or 4 feet tall.
Yeah.
Yeah. For gnomes, it could step on a gnome for sure.
Definitely. You're not a gnome, so it just aims a kick towards you it's a 22 to hit.
Whew, yeah, that's gonna hit. And you said it was a 14, so it didn't clear by 10, so we're good
Does
there.
not clear by 10, right?
And I said I was gonna
Uh,
glancing blow this bad boy. I'm glad I did.
Go ahead and cast your spell, and it will deal...
Oh wait, that's
Gotta
initiative.
re-roll that
Oops.
die. Nope,
What's the,
cannot roll that number.
D4?
There we go. It is 9 points of damage.
-3, so it's 6. Alrighty, sounds good.
It kicks at you. You manage to block some of it, stumble backwards with the blow as the the redwood giant brings its arm that has all these like weird metal contraptions on it and blasts a lightning bolt towards someone in the back. In the back we have Shag and Lorebringer charging towards the Golem, and it will
I'm too
target
far away for it to hit.
one of you with a lightning bolt. You guys both took your turn charging forward, right?
Yes, but you said it'd take us several turns to get there. So that's probably in excess of 300 or 400 yards. And the lightning bolt spell does not even have that much range.
Well, let's see. Lightning bolt. What is the max range of lightning bolt?
It's like 180 or 240 or something.
Ooh,
So,
it does indeed
yards plus
appear
10
to
per
be
level.
a little short.
So even if it was theoretical 20th level, we'd have to be inside 240 yards.
The bolt begins at the range and height dictated by the caster and streaks outward in line towards... If a 40-foot bolt would start at 180... Oh, because it can be one 80-foot bolt or two 40 feet, right? Or a double wide 40-foot. And then
Yep.
the range is 100 yard. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely can't target you guys. So it's got to target everybody else. So
So at that
everyone
point, I
other
also have to
than
ask,
Shag.
is this a magical effect or is this a physical, like actual lightning bolt technology effect?
Everyone except for Shag, Final Form, and Lorebringer, roll me a d20, and then I'll answer Connor's question if you can rephrase it in a way that makes sense to me, because I'm too dumb to understand what you just said.
If I'm far in cover, do I roll one?
Oh yeah, because it's about who it's
lightning
targeting, not who
Mechanical
it's.
lightning bolt.
All right.
Targeting.
All right.
How would you know the difference, and how would a difference make towards you? Bryan.
So, is this lightning bolt, does it come from a magical source or does it come from a voltage difference that is generated by the mechanical golem?
How would you know?
I have mind read. We could find out.
It's basically how much can I tell you is bullshit and how
It's
physics
Dungeons and
electricity
Dragons. It's 100% bullshit.
works.
So he's saying both.
It's all bullshit. You're not going to be able to apply real-world electrical engineering to this creature's attack. It's just not going to work that way.
As I
Right.
said,
Neal, are you sure you want to set that precedent?
I mean, it's just like how submarines have oars that stick out underwater and then they row while they're underwater to make them
Do
go
they?
forward. Yes, they do. It's powered by a team of rowers. Why do you think they need such high-calorie content soft serve ice cream on their submarines? It's to keep the rowers rowing.
True.
Actually, Neal, if you knew anything at all, you know that it actually works like a gondola. There's a bunch of dudes back there spinning a stick. So you don't have to worry about that oar action.
They row.
Heck,
They row. It makes more sense
Like
to
a
row.
gondola.
Spinning a
They row
stick.
to the
How would
island
spinning a
with the
stick
coffee
make you go
trees.
faster? That just doesn't make
Propellers.
sense, Connor.
obviously, you've never seen a gondola. So
Obviously, you've never spun a stick before.
have I then?
RDM, everyone.
Anyway, poor
3
Bryan
minutes.
suffers the lightning bolt attack as a bolt charges up and streaks towards you. Roll me a saving throw versus breath weapon.
Me, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Breath weapon.
Oh, 0 successes. I
Nope.
need to get all my d6s. Well, not all of them, just 5 of them. 5d6 as the lightning bolt streaks towards you, blasting you in your full body for 3, 6, 9, plus 6 is 15, plus 2 is 17 damage.
Oh wow, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Think I'm alive? Or no, I'm not. Wait, so
17.
I'm at -9?
What's your HP?
8?
Oh,
I'm level 1. Yeah.
I'm level
yeah. Oh, that's terrible. Oh my god, you get hit with a lightning bolt and you're basically dead in one shot. You're just like
Yeah,
a charred little husk of a creature there, crispy enough to eat, unless someone can save you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I think it's because of my my metallic form. I think that's why. I think I get.
You got all these like sharp metal limbs on you.
Yeah.
You're definitely a lightning attractor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what I will say is it probably cauterized all the wounds, so he's not bleeding out.
Oh.
He might not be bleeding, but he could still be in a state of dying, even if it's not from bleeding damage.
No, he looks fine.
Well, if Mech says he's fine, then he's fine. He's fine. Don't
He's not
go
gonna
and
bleed
try
out.
and patch up his wounds. Don't worry about it. He's gonna be okay.
New round?
New round.
Snacker gets to go.
Oh, of course, Necrofer gets to go.
All right, so he's gonna like run up over here, like, all right, fuck you, and fire breath this dude.
Excellent. Breathe your fire all over the golem.
8 damage, pretty shitty damage, but I would also like to point out that this is in fact Gnomish fire that doesn't go out easily. So,
true.
All the entangled stuff holding onto him is still burning on the thing too.
but
for
more
extra
importantly, this golem's made out of wood.
fire. Mhm.
But what
lot
sort
of
of
fire.
wood is our golem made out of? That's right,
Redwood.
he's redwood. Classically resistant to fire trees who
Oh,
can survive an
classic-
entire forest
classic
fire and
resistant
just keep
fire
going.
trees. Except how hot does this burn? How long does it last stuck on there?
Mhm.
I'd
He
say
takes half damage from fire because he made his golem out of redwood instead of any other type of wood.
Neal, I'm gonna make phosphorus, and you're not gonna like it.
Fine.
I'm gonna make white phosphorus.
Fine.
You're not gonna like. I'm
Yeah,
come
it's gonna
in-
suck. White phosphorus is no longer allowed by the Geneva Convention, so don't bring
Yeah.
it over here.
All right. Well, did the fire go through the vents to the little gnome inside, or
Yeah.
did it cook the gnome inside who doesn't have any vents?
It has caught the outside of the fire of the golem on fire, and so now there's just sort of like a slightly burning golem walking towards you. And those
All right.
of you that are druids will know that the outside might get charred and it might inhibit the function of the creature, doing actual damage to it, but like it's not going to continue to spread. It'll just go out after a little while. Redwood is highly fire resistant. In fact, it needs fire to reproduce. Its seeds will not grow unless they are
well, it's a
burned
good
by fire
thing
first.
This redwood isn't alive, and it is dead, and all that wood is dried out.
As we've determined from the entangled, that it's not alive.
I understand your arguments and I reject them all.
Wait, is it living
trying
wood or
so
dead
hard.
wood, Neil? One or the other?
Roll me initiative, everybody. We must press on. The game must continue.
Uh-huh. So it's dead wood but alive wood, got it. Okay.
It's bullshit. Understand.
It's fucking Dungeons and Dragons. Every part of this game is bullshit. 100% bullshit.
It's bull.
Okay,
shit.
I might.
I have
might
come up
reach-
I have every explanation for why this should work, and you counter me with fuck you.
Yep. It's great.
All right.
I love it.
Can I reach the golem in the party this round on the horse?
Yes, if you are still charging forward on the horse, you can reach it, but it'll take a charge.
Yeah, because I was wondering if we have an action at the end, like, you know, a lay of hands on our poor injured friend.
Also,
Yes, your poor injured friend. How close was you made melee attacks, didn't you? Last round.
No, I did not. I waited. Right?
Oh, right. You waited
Yeah.
and then it lightning bolted you before you could make an action. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, okay, I'll ride over to him and lay a hand, so that's...
Okay, yeah, you can ride to him and lay on hands him because he is not closed with the creature, so you don't need a full charge to get to him.
Alright, I've rolled.
Excellent.
that everyone?
Ascending. Did everyone roll initiative? Light Lorebringer did.
so would I be able to get within approximately 45 feet of this guy and cast a spell this round?
You have a movement rate of 24, and you've
24.
got magic roller skates, so yes, you can get within 5 feet and cast a spell.
Okay.
Necrofer appears to be the first one to go. No, Shag
No,
goes
mate.
before Necrofer. Oh,
No,
Lorebringer, but we are laying on hands, so you
You're stabilized.
bring him to 1 HP, stable and ready to act.
Yep, same, yeah.
Shag.
All right. Right before I cast a spell, I yell, "Everyone hit the deck!"
hit
Can
the
I still
deck
do that even
and
though...
action?
Yes.
You're not going to be able to lay on hands and hit the deck, but you're also behind him.
Oh, he doesn't
so.
need to. He's not.
Oh,
in the
okay,
way.
fine,
Not in
that's
the way.
fine.
Okay,
That's fine.
okay.
I guess we drop.
I'm
I
still
don't know if
far
I
away
can.
now.
I'm going super slow.
Yeah, I'm pretty far, so I don't even think I need to, but yeah.
Well, you're slower than the
So
golem.
basically, I
so-
wait until they're all out of the way, and then cast Lance of Disruption right at the gnome.
You come up to the creature, you aim up, and you lance of
So I'm
disruption towards the
I'm
glass.
About 40, like I said, about 45 feet away from it, so I can get a decent angle
Yeah.
and not hit people.
Yeah. You
So-
aim the lance of disruption towards him. He'll have to make a saving throw. Natural 1 on the save. The lance of disruption hits the golem full force and begins to rip the golem to shreds. The wood peels off and tears off of him. Splinters go flying everywhere. The inner core is exposed. The fire is put out all over the creature. The glass begins to shatter and crack, obscuring the gnome's view of the outside world.
So what I will say, glass making at this time, pretty shit. And Lance of Disruption does say, Lance's
Yes.
energy delivers powerful blow against inanimate objects and can easily blast light furniture, thin wooden walls, or fragile stonework to splinters.
Absolutely.
Barred wooden doors can be blasted off their hinges, and even sturdy iron-bound doors and heavy stonework can be seriously damaged.
Yeah, but he's got
by the
bulletproof
Lance of
glass.
Disruption.
Yeah, but he's got
Hey,
foot
glass.
thick
Do it, man.
glass, and
But he should
glass,
go with some
while
grit.
sort of fragile, is also quite strong at the same time. And the glass cracks, but he's tempered it and alloyed
He's
it,
tempered glass.
layered it with. He's laminated his glass so that it doesn't break on him.
Sure.
What do you laminate it with, Neil? What technology do they have to laminate glass?
You don't know. You haven't investigated it yet. You'll have to figure it out after the battle, Shag.
After
Shag,
I've killed the shit out of this guy.
It was
what's it gonna be,
obviously
Neil?
with magic.
Gnomes don't use magic.
Next player, please, Shag. Necrofer.
All right. Well, it's Necrofer. So, seeing that didn't work, well, that's pretty shitty. But also now that all of this shit's just blown out of there.
Well, the health bar is pretty low.
Yeah, he's been taking a lot of damage. The golem
what-
is failing.
What is the just a sec. The area surrounding the gnome, what's that made out of? Is that still wood?
Yes, it's wood around him with glass in front of him, so he could see out, even though it's now fractured and his vision is obscured.
Vision is obscured. Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess we'll go
Get a
for
back
like
attack.
the wood around the main body, which should be in tatters and not very effective.
Give me, what are you doing? Are you crossbowing him?
No, he's gonna go for a bite.
Ooh, Nycrofer goes for a bite.
Yep.
18 will bite the golem, probably
Perfect.
near one of the burned and like splintered legs. Roll me damage.
11.
You
And then-
rip off the leg of the golem. It just snaps in Nycrofer's teeth. The whole golem collapses onto its side, barely intact. You can see the glass begins to break and large fragments come out of it. One of the limbs is now like pinned underneath the golem. The one leg flails on its own. The one arm reaching around, grasping, trying to aim its lightning bolt at its enemy.
And then the claw attack is ineffective.
Ineffective. Mech, it's your turn.
Yeah, Mech was said that this thing should be weak to fire, so he's gonna cast Fairy Fire, which is gonna do no damage, but that's Mech.
Excellent.
And he's gonna get the gnome inside and the robot.
Excellent. In the broad daylight, the creatures are outlined with a soft, dim light that you
Still
can't
+1.
even see in daylight.
It's still +1.
Is
In
it
Twilight or
plus
better.
one?
Twilight or better is literally just like any light that's not whatever. Yeah.
Twilight or better lighting, so you can just sort of lightly see the gnome and the creature outlined.
Yeah.
Excellent. You have contributed to this fight in a meaningful way.
They said fire. This is Fairy Fire.
Oh, no.
Why do you guys
Where
bring
did you
him
get the redwood
along?
from? Where do you get the redwood from?
These
Neal?
are not questions that you can answer in the middle of combat. You must capture him alive if you wish to answer these questions.
Actually, there is a place in Arcadia where you can get redwood trees. It's the Overgrowth
Final form, it's your turn.
in Matava.
You
So he has to-
have been laid on hands. You have before your turn came around, so you can actually get back
What?
up and continue to fight. Actually, oh wait, no, final form's not the one who went down.
No, I went down. Yeah.
You went. I'm sorry, I'm getting my people mixed up. Final form, you're just regular. Continue.
I guess, yeah, huh? This is interesting. I guess I think now that I'm thinking of it, I think my mistake was not charging. I hesitated. I did not engage in war, right? And then I got punished for this, right? And I think I've learned something. So I'm going in at this point. I regress to my Thrykean instincts, I think.
Oh.
Right? Yeah, I think I was thinking too much in my head, right?
Uh-huh.
And then now I realize, no, that's not the way to do it. And I charge in.
Excellent.
Get entangled.
Can I also like kind of jump at it? I guess I have like really fast speed. I have like 18 speed.
I do believe Thrykans come with a leap attack.
No, they get that leap attack later.
I don't get it yet though. I get it at third level, but I can still kind of jump.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 feet. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, they got jumping, but they just
You
don't
want
have
to leap onto the downed golem?
Yep.
All right. Do it.
Right, is that a pancake maneuver? Does he get extra damage for dropping
He's
down
not
on
jumping
it,
from a
Neal?
great height, so it does not
Plus
qualify
one
as a
from Fairy
pancake.
Fire. That was
Oh, it's plus one for Fairy Fire.
And +1 from charge, right? Is that how it works?
2 from charge, yes.
Okay, so plus 3. Okay.
And it's polearm, so yeah, that's a charging weapon.
All right, cool. So I do that and I make 4 attacks. So I run in, jump, and then attack it.
The Thryken leaps into the air. 17 misses, 24 hits. 15 misses, 24
Wait,
hits.
so-
Actually, the
sorry,
24s are crits.
So these are all +3. So it's gonna be.
Oh, hit.
And crit.
Wait, is that 2 crits? Is that a
2
double?
crits, correct.
Okay, cool. So let's do.
Does it have like 1 HP?
It has 1 HP. You rip apart the
Okay.
golem. You land on it. You break the arms off of it. The glass shatters all over the gnome, who screams inside. The golem is down.
Glad I healed him.
Oh man,
That worked well.
thank God for the fire.
And this worked exactly like I was expecting. This was. I changed my strategy and now he's dead.
Alright.
Final form. It's your turn.
seeing the Thryking rip apart the machinery. We're gonna take the flat end of the blade of my blade, and we're gonna knock the gnome out. Just
Ooh,
inside the
that's
glass.
a non-lethal attack, -4 to hit.
all right. So it's a
This
minus
one's
2
very
total.
fire.
Oh, so it's a -1 at the end of the day.
Yeah.
-1 at the end of the day.
Yep.
Well, the fairy fire helped.
Yeah, you know that little illumination.
said fire.
Oh, you go to whap him, but he's just too deep within the glass and the confines of his pod, and your sword cannot make contact with the gnome's body.
All right. Well,
round?
yeah. Or it's
no.
Golem's turn. His
The
turn?
Golem gets to go, but it's no longer the Golem. It's just the gnome inside the Golem.
I didn't even notice the name.
What does the gnome inside do? I hadn't considered the gnome acting yet. I believe the
He wasn't prepared for
gnome.
that lance of disruption.
Uses his own lance of disruption back.
The gnome crawls behind his little pilot seat, hits some things, and all of a sudden you hear this beep, beep, beep,
Run!
beep
It's noise making beeps.
from the
Oh.
Golem.
Or
And
it's
that's
a
all.
fake
And then
out.
he's just like hiding back behind that seat somewhere on the toppled, broken Golem, shattered with glass. Let's all roll initiative for the next round.
Who's saving him?
Oh, it's a +6. Yikes, that's so slow.
Now we did
Or
mention
rolled a 10.
we did mention being able to move and cast at the same time, right?
Totally, yes,
Yeah.
Shenanigans. Go for it.
All right.
Mind read.
Let's see what that does.
Oh, you actually beat the gnome's initiative, which is super clutch with the spell that you're doing. You throw a mind read down on the gnome. Do you need to see him to do this? Tell me you don't. Tell me you don't need to
Oh.
see him.
Well, to be fair, it's like broken up and shit.
It's a sensitive version of the ESP, which goes right through doors, so it's fine. You can reach the creature. He does not get a saving throw. You can reveal that you are probing a gnome. And the thoughts are, I've got my escape pod that is explosive resistant. These guys are fucked.
I yelled out to the party.
What do you yell to the party?
Run!
Literally that. He's got an
Tell me-
escape pod. It's explosive resistance. He says we're fucked.
Run! Run! Run!
Does anyone believe Mech? Come on. Come on. Who believes the mushroom eating hippie?
I said run before that. When we start thinking.
And I get the heck out because I don't think I can get in his escape pod, sadly. So I think I'm gonna have to run
All right, so Mech casts Read Mind and then immediately starts running.
and yelling that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you can read anything else
I'm
while you're
still a
running.
distance
No,
away
that's
anyway.
okay. Yeah.
Right.
I'm back where I did the lay of hands, which is a distance away. So yeah.
Right, that's still a distance away. The Golem goes next, and his turn passes without anything being obvious other than the beep increasing in speed and frequency. Beep, 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 beep. Shag?
Yeah.
Oh, I have an 8. I'm sorry, I'm not in the turn order. I don't know.
Oh,
My bad.
go for it. Final form?
Just
Yeah.
fuck
I was
out.
gonna say, I sprint into where the golem came out of, the big doors. I assume that they're still open, and I just
Yes.
bolt inside of his place.
All right, you bolt inside. You can see a workshop in here with all sorts of wood being treated in areas, all sorts of like chemicals lying around, big salt baths or some sort of baths that you could like dip things in. There's like bending areas for like shaping things. There's a whole forge
there a
over here.
fridge you
There's a
can
whole
hide
bunch of like
inside?
iron and metallic plates everywhere. There's a what do you call it? What do you melt metals in? A
Diagrams for a golem.
Oh, not a forge, but that big pot.
yeah, the thing that melts the ore. God,
Not
it's
a
not a
chalice.
chrysalis. It's a
Yeah.
A crucible.
Crucible,
You see a
yeah.
large crucible for melting ore, all sorts of tools for shaping things, half-made inventions lying all over the places,
Okay.
chains and hooks dangling from the ceiling, ropes entangling all over the ground in a misshapen connection. Like they're definitely connected to things and they do things. And if you pull this rope, it probably does something, but there's so many ropes, it's hard to follow what does what.
All right.
Bells,
I want to look
whistles,
around. There's nothing in there
flags.
that's going to attack me that I can see, like, is immediately when I run in. There's nothing, like, obviously, like, coming at me.
No obvious things attacking you.
All right, I want to go up to the doors and see if I can start to close them and not close them all the way just
There's
yet.
a large lever embedded in the wall that is currently placed up, and it looks like a garage door opener. And if you just pull it down, the whole gate should come down.
Okay. I'm going to stand next to that and look out at my Thrykreen friend, who is no longer a crispy Thrykreen, and I'm waiting to see if he runs in or not before I close the door. I'm not
You're
going to
gonna
close
wait. Okay.
I'm readying to close it when he runs in.
Oh God. Okay, Shag, it's your turn.
I get out of the way because like
You skate away.
Explode crew. Oh yeah.
Yep. Lorebringer, you are already at a safe distance.
Yeah, but
And you ride
I'm
further?
safe distance, am I? All right.
Yeah, you think you're a safe distance. It's probably fine. You should just stay where you are.
Yeah, I'm running away.
Okay. Nycrofer,
Does the same thing. Just
Yeah.
like. Get the
is he
fuck out.
smart enough to know that a beeping might be bad? Does he speak common?
He understands it.
Well,
Okay,
then you
all
heard
right.
me.
He understands
You heard
common.
me.
All right. He starts to run away.
Yes, I guess I get away too.
Admiral
I guess I'll
Jaw
probably
runs
go to the
away.
garage as well.
Okay.
I'm
And
in
final
the garage,
form.
I close the door.
Final form.
Oh,
What?
Now I already went. That was,
Oh,
I
I
didn't
see,
change
'cause
my
it-
thing. I'm
got it,
sorry.
got it. I understand. My mistake.
I fucked up. My bad.
So you see the other dude running away, and you go to close the door. You pull the lever. You have to roll me a d20 because it's a Gnomish invention. It might backfire. Don't roll a 1. Whatever you do. Okay, it's fine. The door closes normally. But you waited, and the thing is going to explode. So I want. Who had initiatives over 10?
I had 10, but not
You
over
had
10.
10. Shag's got movement speed 24, so he's gonna be okay. Admiral Jaw, how close were you to the Golem?
I was right on it. I guess I have better movement speed though. 18. I don't know.
18?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna put you in an awkward zone. I was gonna say anyone who went after a 10, that was within like melee range of the creature is gonna get a save for 0 damage or half damage because the thing is gonna blow up at 15. But if you've got movement speed 18 and you rolled an 11, I think you can get to a safe distance. But I think
So does the door
Nycrofer,
close before? Because as
the
soon as he starts
door is
running
actu-
away,
right.
I close. So as soon as he's not
Unfortunately,
coming
the
that
door
way.
closes a little bit slowly. You're going to make a save. If you pass, you take no. If you fail, you take half damage from the explosion. Nycrofer has movement speed 12.
Yes.
All right, so he's also going to have to make a save for half damage, for 0, or take half, because you're all fleeing before it explodes.
So if he flies away, he has movement speed 24.
But he
he
can only
fly?
fly when I deem it noteworthy for the game.
I know,
He
but-
cannot
but
fly
just
currently.
Think of how cool it would be if he just flew out of the explosion.
Yeah.
Think of how cool that would be.
Well, if he makes a save, maybe that's what he does.
Yeah, roll your save, Nycrofer.
Sure. I don't actually know what he makes saves as. Did I write it down?
Let's just say he makes saves at your level, just for simplicity.
Okay.
You know, as you improve his mechanics.
18.
Yep.
18,
He's
so yeah,
fine.
you pass. He takes flight and flaps away. The blast goes off behind him. The man in the building,
What am I saving as?
saving as yourself. Saving
no,
throw
what-
versus breath weapon.
Breath weapon? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like
yikes.
Oh, the door
Ooh.
closes in time to shield you from the blast. Everyone gets away then.
Yeah.
All right, the blast goers go down. The whole thing explodes. A small pod flies into the air, and then a parachute appears as it begins to float down in the swamp
Microphone
away from
wants to
everything
get-
else.
And we are
Alright.
aware of the escape pod and stuff, so we should be able to. Like,
You're
see it.
definitely aware of it. The others might
yelled
have
it
heard
out.
you.
He yelled it.
He
You
did
yelled
yell
it in the middle of combat while running. Like maybe people heard you,
It
maybe
was
not.
after combat. The only thing happened was a beep, beep, beep. No combat was happening.
Do you propose that in a combat situation, even if no swords are being swung, that it might be difficult to hear someone shouting something as they flee?
If
you saying
you're
combat
like
situation?
within 30 feet of them, fuck no.
We're talking
Yeah.
about after the thing has been ripped up, the new turn. I'm the first to act, so nothing else is happening.
Remember-
Well, it doesn't matter. We've
No,
got
no,
another
but
round. We
combat's
can do
not like
something.
I stand here and wait for you. Like it's an active situation. People are moving, they're grunting, they're sweating, they're swinging weapons, they're parrying, they're looking around. It's a mess, right? Combat
doesn't
is
matter.
But
inherently
in this
chaotic.
round, what was happening for this combat situation? That's what I'm
Microphone's in
saying.
the air. He can see him. It doesn't matter.
Also
We
true.
try and break combat into rounds for simplicity's sake, but it's not a round by round thing. It's a continuous stream. So, like, it's what's happening around your time of action, which is the end of
Okay.
last round and everything that's about to happen in that round.
Yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Anyway, I see this the parachute though. It's like,
Oh, yeah,
all right.
everyone sees the parachute. Yeah, it's
Oh,
just-
that was all I was saying.
Almost everyone sees the parachute.
that's
Almost
right.
every
That's
time.
true. The man inside does not.
So what I'll do then is I'll go and pretty much guess where it's gonna land,
You got math.
and then I'll go wait behind wherever the glass is, so that way the gnome doesn't see me. And then when he pops out, I'm gonna color spray him.
Right. Well, the thing is definitely going to land in the middle of the swampy waters.
That's fine.
So
I'll
Give me
probably
a
get to-
perception check, Shag, to see if you can like make out all the details that you need.
How about an intelligence check?
I need you to make me a perception check, actually.
Okay.
and I'd be following him, but I think he's faster. So
He's
Oh,
way
he's way
faster, yeah.
faster.
yeah,
It's faster
Stupid
than me,
magic
and I'm
roller
a
skates.
horse.
yeah.
It's a mess. You know, the thing's twisting. It's high in the sky. The sun is
All
right
right,
behind it. You got a bad view on it. Yeah.
But I can still like get to roughly where it's at.
Yeah, you can get to roughly where it's at, but you're having a hard time making out any of the details on the parachuting pod.
That's fine. Like if he sees me, like what's he gonna do? Run away?
Right? What's he gonna do?
I have 4 times the move speed he does.
Okay. And did believe Mech is also chasing after it into the
I don't
swamp?
know. I don't know what timing you want for.
You'll just
show
get
up
there
later.
after Shag. That's all.
Okay. 'Cause-
Oh, I go over to the blast doors to see if he survived.
Man inside the
heal him
blast
up.
doors?
Yeah. So if I'm going
Right,
to
right.
the blast doors because.
But the man
I'll
within
heal.
the blast doors, what are you doing?
Oh, I was gonna be looking around and seeing if he had any papers in here. I was
Oh,
gonna
he's
start
got
stealing.
papers.
whole mission
Oh,
thing?
fuck yeah. He's got
Whole
papers,
mission?
journals, books. The core of the mission. Yeah, you can do it.
I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go get one of his big box of like parts and stuff, and I'm just
Uh-huh.
gonna like dump all the parts out on the ground, and then go and just slowly start stacking up all of his papers and stuff into a box.
Thank you
Big-
for
big
achieving the main goals
Yeah.
of the session.
I was
I
going to
think
do
I'm
that.
probably going to be trying to
I
repair
appreciate that
myself during this time, like with those parts. See if I could just attach some of the gnome parts to myself.
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh. Well, maybe you might need a third party to do it. Ooh.
You know, there's some stuff here that might be useful for you. Yeah, you can start sifting through the wreckage of the exploded golem, which does include odd bits of mechanical pieces here and there, and start finding things that you like. Meanwhile, over at the pod that has landed within the swamp, where Shag is awaiting the landing of the creature in order to act.
the landing
and-
so hasn't landed yet.
Mech, no, I think you guys can get there before it lands because it's
Okay.
slowly falling and you guys are running. But Shag is definitely there first. Mech, roll me a d8.
Okay.
What direction's it facing? That's what it's.
Facing, but hasn't landed.
Which way the glass will face when it lands.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
The pod lands in the water. Mech is
I would've
running
done
towards it
something
as
as it's
quickly
landing
as he
out there.
can, right?
Yeah, I'm going towards the. Yeah.
But the pod lands in the water and begins to produce a large electrical field around the pod. Mech, with his roll of a 4 on a d8, is currently on an island within the swamp, and unfortunately, as much as I should have just changed the numbers in my head, so 5 and lower, or lower than 5 was bad, Mech will not be affected by the electrical grasp of this. I would love to kill you right now, Mech, but the rolls are the rolls.
Okay.
Shag, however, in the waiting position, is going to get shocked. You can give me a saving throw versus breath weapon for half damage, but you're going to take some electrical damage as the pod, electrified during its descent, hits the water. Defensive mechanisms going off.
How's salty water?
It
Not salty,
is
it's fresh water. Fuck.
sandy, dirty, gross swamp water, which will
conductive
still
fresh water.
it will still conduct water
It
electricity.
will still conduct electricity, yes.
especially when you're
However.
so close to the falling pod.
Okay.
You did not pass your save, so you will take full damage, which you're probably going to survive anyway. But it's going to be 9 plus 12 is 21 damage, Shag.
No, that'll take me down. However, I will say, like 20 feet away, that's pretty obscene. 20 feet. So it has a range of 20 feet around this.
Yes, it electrifies the water. Fish turn belly up and float to the surface. Shag turns belly up and floats to the surface. Hopefully someone has some healing for him. Otherwise, the magical kobold may perish.
Not unless you want some good berry suppositories.
Mech.
I'll take a good berry suppository, honestly.
You can always just call me over. I'm still my horse.
Mech, you see the water flash with electricity and Shag fall backwards and just float on the ground. Fish appearing on the surface. Do you continue your charge on your island?
No, because I wouldn't have gotten much closer anyways.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, so fuck, I had a question. I don't remember. Yeah, the electricity. It was one zzz, and then it's gone, or is it still?
There's it hits and flashes with electricity,
Yes,
and then
okay.
everything floats to the surface. But who knows if it's still going or not? How well does Mech understand electricity? I don't understand it. It's basically magic. I can't imagine Mech understands it.
It's very apparent.
Does Mech? But Connar. You're an electrical engineer. You understand
No,
this
I'm
better.
not.
You're a nuclear engineer. You understand the shit far better than anyone else does. All right. You're the top 1% of electricity understanding people in the world. We're plebs. Okay. Mech has no idea what's going on. What do you want to do, Mech?
Basics of electricity.
Yeah, Mech knows, but Mech doesn't know. You see, because Mech's the top 1%, but Mech doesn't know because he's not Mech.
So
Exactly.
yeah. So I think what I would end up doing here is finally cast my watery pseudopod to fucking grab it and just constrict it to keep it closed. And if it starts shocking again or something, I'll just fucking put it in a tree or something out of the water.
All right. So you're gonna cast Watery Fist.
I just finally want to cast this spell, Neal.
Any suitable body of water at least 5 feet across and 2 feet deep, or 10 feet across and 2 feet deep. That's definitely this area. It can stretch 10 feet plus 1 foot per caster level from its source, so a third level priest could command Watery Fist to strike a creature, blah, blah, blah. No one gives a shit about that. Doesn't matter for us. The pseudopod is incapable of fine manipulation, but it can be used to make bludgeoning or constricting attacks, which would
it
be
could constrict
knocking
this
things around. You could constrict it, or you could bat it around. Yep.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. Kills anyone who casts it, blah, blah, blah.
That's not what it says.
Sorry.
I've cast that spell in the past.
And how many of your characters are alive? You have cast that
shit.
spell?
That character is actually alive.
Damn it. I was just counting on them all being dead. So you can watery pseudopod it around. What do you do with it?
Yeah, so depending on what's around, I would probably
Swamp.
because there's obviously a door or some shit, right? There's a thing. The not my hand, the fucking drop pod.
There is a hatch upon the escape capsule.
Yeah. So if there's any land around, I would just slam it hatch down into it so that jams face down with no door and outside the water.
So you try and rotate it so the hatch is face down.
Well, however I grab it, it's just whatever and just doof,
Well, because
outside the water.
So the pod is built, you don't know this, but the pod is built in such a way that the heaviest point is on the opposite side of the door. So when it lands in water, the door is face up. Like a smart gnome would design.
Yep.
So if you
That's
want
why
it
I'm
to
not
be
slamming it
face
into the
down,
water, and I'm slam down, and then slam, and it's muddy shit. So it's just gonna it's just
Okay.
literally gonna get stuck door in the mud. And
so you try and flip it upside down and hold it upside down in the water.
no, not in the water.
No.
There's no land masses around it. You're saying?
There are land masses around.
I'm
yes,
literally standing
nearby.
on one, even, right? Yeah.
Right. So you want to move it towards a landmass and shove it door down into the landmass?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So she's stuck in there, and it's outside the water.
Sure. let's see. I think the pseudopod usually makes attack rolls. So why don't you make me an attack roll, and this will just be the like roll to determine if you can properly manipulate this through magic at a distance when you can't like feel or understand the properties of the thing.
And it uses, so that's a bad roll, but also use my will mod instead of strength mod for attacks, which is will 16.
Yeah, but you rolled a 3.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have like +7 to this roll, do you?
I don't know what will mod would be with will 16.
It's going to be your bonus against magical say on your
I
wisdom.
don't fully understand
There's
this spell, I'm not gonna lie, but that's what it says.
So if you
Your
look at
will
your
has
character
As-
sheet,
Yeah.
It's a
There-
+2.
there's a section on your character sheet called Mental Defense Adjust. That is going to be the will save wisdom modifier.
Mental defense adjust.
It's the first substat under will.
2. I have 2.
Okay, so
And then
you're going to get a
also my
+2 on the
Thaco,
roll.
Whatever the cleric Thaco is.
So what's your bonus to hit from your level?
bonus to hit from level?
Yeah, what level are you, Mac?
3.
3, so you're going to have a +1 to hit. So you're going to have a total of +3. You roll a 6.
So yeah.
Yeah, you fail
great.
to manipulate it properly.
Okay.
I start riding over to
You're
save
gonna
Shag.
You're gonna enter the water on your horse.
Yes.
Okay, it's fine. You can ride up to a Shag and lay on hands him, and he'll live through this.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have a lay of hands now.
Okay, that's good. Did you get 2 lay on hands? Don't you just get 1 lay on hands per?
I get my double my level in.
But isn't it a single lay on hands that gives you double your level? It's not a pool that gets split up, right?
Oh, I thought it was a pool, but all right.
Take a look. Hold on, I might be misremembering, but I think paladins get 1 lay on hands for a large amount rather than a pool that splits.
I get 2 HP per level, and I'm level 1, so I can do it twice. I thought.
The paladin restores 2 HP per experience level. He can heal himself or someone else, but only once per day.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll try and check then.
Oh, okay, and then check. Okay. To stabilize the electrical damage on Shag, which also makes total sense. Oh my god. Lorebringer, he's a kobold. How do you heal a kobold? Right? People just discard them when they're even remotely injured or fully alive. You have no idea how to heal this kobold.
Oh, wait. Luckily, I did take the trait to be able to do this.
Medicine things?
What trait?
Wait, no, it's a different character.
Do you have a
Sorry,
kobold
Tacky,
handler trait?
For once, Tacky hasn't taken the medical thing on a character.
Yeah, I didn't take first aid on this one.
The first character.
Yeah.
I do have animal handling if you actually say that.
That would be funny.
That's racist. That is so racist, and I can't even begin to tell you.
Well, you know what? If it saves his life, I'm sure he's okay with it.
He's not an animal. He's a person.
Both are true.
It's trapped in
true.
an animal.
You are-
I've
he's a
got
person-
nothing. I've got nothing. Yeah, I was
People
trying to
are
reach-
animals too. Talk to Raffi.
I thought I had something, but I didn't have it.
Okay. Someone else is gonna have to patch up Shag then.
Yeah.
I guess inside you're just packing the things away. That's all going well.
We need help
we
out
have-
here.
4 more attempts.
Yeah,
Well,
we
I-
got Fennel Form, and we've got Admiral Y'all? No,
Jai.
Jal.
Die.
Jai.
Jai. And Necropher. He can try.
Why does it
That
say
doesn't-
Jal on the overlays? That's totally wrong.
Yeah, Neal, why is it
Oh.
wrong?
Why is it wrong? Oh, did you spell Bryan right?
Because
this time?
some of the overlays are correct and some of them are wrong. Interesting.
Does Necropher get a check?
No.
Necropher does not get a check to bandage wounds. I'm sorry.
No.
But
We need help
Admiral
out here.
Jai, what are you gonna do? How are you gonna save Shag?
Yeah, I guess I'll head over to them. I'm gonna head over. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do, because I found a bunch of parts in this kind of mechanical golem, right? So I think I'm gonna take them and go over to Shag and try to cyborg him a little bit.
Oh my god, you're gonna Iron Man Shag? Give me an intelligence check.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Yeah, because I understand. Yeah, this is how I would heal somebody, right? It is just make him.
Like,
Yeah.
it barely fucking works.
Well, you understand that the electricity is still within Shag and it's just running its course through him. So you insert a circuit into Shag that will
No, I'm gonna fucking
attract
tase
the
you.
electricity to it and keep it going throughout the circuit so it no longer runs through Shag's body. But if the circuit's ever removed, it'll just go back through him. So now he's got a permanent electrical circuit in him.
Or we just wait a day and I got lay of hands back.
I mean, it
that.
still contains all 21 damage that he took, you know, so it's like, if it
So
breaks,
he-
it'll just
he-
deal
he
21
heals the
damage to him
fall.
again.
So when he gets healed to full, he takes it out, then I just lay of hands him, then he's back to normal.
Can't I
But you'll have
just-
to recreate the circuit, otherwise it'll just keep doing damage over and over again. Shag
If
is
you
now
want
a
to play back,
cyborg.
I just goddamn ground myself.
It's
And
He's a
it all
cyborg
goes out?
now. The only way to live is a cyborg.
No. Not yet.
It's necessary. It was the only thing I could do.
Trust me, I have an advanced degree in science. It's fine.
If you ran a cyberpunk game, I've got no idea what you'd be doing.
Winning, clearly. Anyway, you have managed to... Oh, well, I guess the gnome is still in the pod.
It's goddamn electrical.
Yeah.
It's just burns. That's it.
I'll just keep.
Yeah, but where does it go after it burns? It just keeps burning.
No, it doesn't.
I probably
Yeah,
have to
otherwise it has to go somewhere, right? And where's it go? If it's got to go somewhere, Connar.
I probably had to insert like a power source into him to keep him alive, right? So it's probably.
I
just
am the
undoing
power source, apparently.
What power source did you use?
From the
Well,
robot.
if-
Oh,
From
right,
the-
right.
From the
Well,
golem.
Neal, if that's
Makes
the
sense.
case, then I'd say I get to do double damage on all lightning bolt spells because
Oh,
I'm
that's
using
true.
my
It might
bonus-
discharge through you and into another person. Yeah.
I've one double
and
damage.
so I just deal lightning bolt times 2 damage. every
It
time.
sounds to me like you've got one single charge of a 21 damage lightning bolt circulating through you, and if you can break your circuit, you could shock another person for that amount of damage, but it'd have to flow through you to do it, so it'd be like a suicide bomb attack, but you've got a 21-point suicide bomb attack charged within you due to the circuitry that Bryan has just invented.
So it sounds like I just need to roll 3 HP on my next level up, and I can survive it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then once that happens, I don't ever have to deal with it again.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Understand all.
Got it. Cool.
Just level up
Science.
the solving
Yeah,
problem.
let's just end the session.
Anyway, the gnome is within the pod. How do you deal with the gnome? Sorry, our session's definitely going over today. I hope no one
Can
has
we just
something they need to
arrest
do
him
right
and
now.
drag him back to town for attempted murder?
I'll keep bashing the pod's door against trees and shit until like I crack open the coconut.
Yeah, you can see the gnome inside. The pseudopod is like struggling to grip it. There's people in the water dealing with the gnome, dealing with the kobold, and you can see the gnome inside, desperately like fumbling with controls as oars and paddles start sticking out of the pod in different directions, and they're all like moving, and he's trying to righten it, but the pseudopod is moving it back and forth, and it's a struggle now. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do? What is the party doing? Are you just leaving the gnome and taking his notes?
I would like to loot the tower for more than notes, but I feel like we need to deal with the gnome. I'm just tower. I'm
Okay.
loot goblining to the highest degree. I'm by myself
Excellent.
and I'm becoming the goblin.
Give me a perception check for how well you loot goblin his tower. Oof. It's less than great. You'll get the obvious stuff, but none of the hidden stuff.
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry. Rest of the party?
Can you just keep? Can you knock it
Yeah, I'm
out?
just gonna keep pseudopod. I can do that every round.
Okay. And then
Knock
what?
that until he's
I mean, once it
unconscious.
cracks open, we'll deal with him.
Yeah, our red
It's a-
gets knocked out. Or
It's a
cracks
pretty
open.
sturdy like ball, right? You can like knock it and it's just gonna like press down into the water.
It's
He's
made
got
out
the
of wood,
paddles,
right?
So it's made out of wood, yeah.
So it's held together by stuff. Those fasteners are going to be a lot less sturdy than the actual wood shell itself. So we only have to wait for 1 point of failure.
This is why you don't play D&D with engineers, guys.
And-
Yes, the fasteners will break before the superstructure. This is
Yeah.
correct.
And every turn that I squeeze it does more and more damage, so eventually it's just gonna break.
All
It's
right.
actually
Eventually, it breaks apart. The gnome is set free. He has in his hand a dagger, painted blue, with little streaks of white through it. It looks like it could electrify you on hit.
Good thing I'm not standing in the water.
What do you guys do? The gnome
And
stands there.
take it to the sheriff
What sheriff?
of Berkshire.
I recognize your authority not at all.
Why
Go
did you
away,
do all
leave
this?
me to my ball.
Did he get immediately electrocuted with the lightning dagger while being in a pseudo?
No. The
No?
dagger's
Okay.
above the water. He's good.
Actually,
Well,
wait,
you still got a pseudopod.
Did this
just-
person even do anything wrong?
No,
He
you
took
guys
it to kill
burst
us.
into. You came onto his property. He came out to defend
didn't see a
himself, and you
fence.
guys attacked him.
I didn't see a sign.
You don't need to mark it with a fence or a sign.
DM
Oh, so
said
he's
roll for initiative before we could do anything else.
The DM made this guy break
was
the statues of
aggressive.
our gods. Okay.
The singular voice in all of our heads let us know it was time.
What was the original thing? Because I don't think were we told to kill him? I feel like we were
No,
just told to get the plans.
I'm
We were
trying
told to
to ask
destroy
him
his
now, but
abominations and take his notes.
yeah, I'm trying to ask him why he was doing all this, and he's just okay. all
Wait
right.
for it.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
what am
why-
I doing? Why am I living my life?
Why-
Why am I trying to be a free and independent person away from the
Why have you
wrong
got
reach
the
of the
temples
law?
to destroy the statues of themselves?
Because they're right to do so. The other gods want you not. Sayor's the only true god. For us, the rest of them manipulate
I
and exploit
smack
us.
him with my
Sayor's the
watery
only.
fist.
Roll me to hit.
We said +3 before.
Yeah, it's +3
Yeah.
because he's still illuminated.
Whoosh! You miss him. Look at you, heretics, monsters! Look at the cleric of the supposedly tranquil cleric trying to murder a person. False deities you have, false deities you worship. You shall all die and burn.
What do you mean burn? Where would we burn?
Burn! You will burn one of my inventions. I shall slay you for coming onto my property. Property right laws are the most important ones of all. If you come anywhere near me, I'll kill you.
See,
And he
man,
waves
you're
his
not very
dagger at
chill.
you.
You're not very chill, bro.
No, he's very unchill. He's threatening to
Very
murder you if you
unchill.
get him any closer to you as he waves his blue and white dagger at
Is
your
it next
face.
turn? Can I hit him with a pseudo?
Yeah, you can hit him again. Give me another roll to
Are
hit.
you sure? Are you sure we?
God
can make a
damn
deal
it!
Here?
You suck.
I do.
He laughs at you and it makes you feel bad.
Aww.
Are you sure we couldn't make a deal with this guy?
We can make a deal with him.
He keeps breaking god statues, insulting our gods.
Yeah, but
Paladin.
He didn't
I'm-
break any.
I'm-
He just convinced people to break them on his own. He's just a speaker.
Yeah,
You don't
I'm going
believe
to
in.
arrest him.
You know what?
Why-
If I convinced someone to smack Desmond, I would die. So
Wow.
True.
I mean, how about this? We could just convince him he should just stay within his own area, stay within his kind of like swampy area. Make sure don't mess with other towns. Don't like attack anybody. Don't send robots to hurt other people. And in exchange, he gives us his designs and maybe helps us out in the future. That sounds like a good deal.
Except we already like.
We've already got.
Oh, I'm unconscious. Never mind.
Yeah, we've already got a gnome. We've already got Cogwrench.
Already got one.
how many gnomes
Don't
do you
need two
really want?
gnomes.
Already got
Oh,
one.
well, I want Neal to have two gnomes talking to each other.
Oh God.
All right. Okay, so you don't recognize my authority. You don't recognize my god. Any other blasphemies?
Blasphemy is a subjective experience. How dare you impose your will and your ideology upon me? You are no better than a slaver trying to force your thoughts, your ways of life upon me. It's cultural genocide.
Yes, it is. I roll to attack.
Here we go.
Roll the hit.
Yes,
All
it
right.
is.
Yep.
Now die.
That's your third or fourth natural one today. You gotta roll me a
Natural
saving
one.
throw versus death.
All right. Okay, well, there's a button for it here. isn't it?
McTacky, it's like only you.
Where is it? I'm looking at the. Oh, it's the top one. 0 success.
But it's not another one, so
True.
Something
get
terrible
tased?
happens. No, you like slip on something in the swamp as you go to hit him. Your feet come out. Your weapon comes down on your face. Roll me damage against yourself.
What? Full weapon damage?
Yeah, just regular weapon damage, whatever it is.
All right. Well, one again.
You take 3 damage to your own person.
Yeah, I'm still up. All right.
Okay.
If it's next round, I'll attack again, and the pseudopod will attack again.
Look at you failures, miserable fools, trying to attack a defenseless gnome, and all you hit him finally. I mean, he was just standing there. He wasn't actually threatening you, but you beat him with your watery pseudopod. Roll me damage.
No idea how.
What's the damage on his pseudopod?
It's supposed to have like or it's my level or something. Wait. He's making bludgeoning or constricting attacks. It says inflicts as shown, so I feel like there should be a table. No.
There's probably a table. I gotta find the book.
Wait, I've got it on my wiki, so I can load that up. What's it called? A watery fist?
Yeah, watery fist is a spell.
Here we go. Ooh, I'll link it in Twitch chat. Yeah, I've got the table there. All right, cast level 1 to 4, strike level 1d6. If you're striking.
1d6. Mm-hmm. For hitting damage.
Yeah.
1d. Oh, R 1d6. 4.
You bat the gnome for 4 damage. It's not enough. He lunges himself at you with his dagger.
Who, me or James? Because I'm pretty far.
You.
We're both attacking.
Pretty far.
No, he's pretty far. I'm close, unless he's.
Yeah, but I mean, you're prone in the water. You just hit yourself in the face with your own weapon.
Oh, okay.
So the gnome like pushes through the water, comes after you as you're controlling the pseudopod, and leaps upon you with his blue and white dagger.
This is weird. 60 yards of running a gnome through a swamp to get to me.
Ooh,
Okay.
60 yards? I don't know if you
That's
were full
the range.
That's the max range, but I doubt you were at perfectly maximum range because you were just on like a random island when he hit
far
the.
How far can the gnome run?
Roll
in
me
a swamp as a gnome?
D100, and we'll see what percent distance from max range you were.
He's on the island where
10%.
he
So if you were
wasn't-
60 yards, you're actually 6 yards from him, and he can close the 6-yard distance. You were at some unknown distance. We've just clarified what that distance was. You were assuming it was the most optimal for your situation, which is what players do, and
I'm
that's a bad
assuming
thing
you
to
made
assume.
me stop because the thing hit the ground, so I didn't actually make it in time, and I was slower than the dude on the rollerblades. But
Exactly. So
I'll
you're
trust the
an
DM.
unknown
I'll
distance.
trust the DM.
An
All right.
unknown distance, and we've
Stab me,
determined
DM.
that to be 6 yards. He comes at you with a dagger, and he's gonna stab you. I'm gonna roll 20. He's gonna stab you with
I'm
a
going to clock him in
dagger.
the back of the head.
Here
after
we
you
go.
do this.
Here we go. Natural 20. He misses you. It's 2.
Yeah,
Natural
I'm looking
20,
at, like,
it's a
is
2.
my eyes?
Now I got a 19. Is that a crit or is it just?
Yeah,
A
it's a double crit on the back of his head. Roll me 2 more d6s.
there you go.
You
4 more.
murdered the gnome on his own home. He's
I
dead.
executed. The
He's dead, Jim.
he's executed. And my God
Everyone,
should be pleased because
You've witnessed this murder, this unjustified
witnessed it?
murder.
Who witnessed it,
You
Neal?
witnessed it.
I didn't
Hit
witness
it.
it.
You were the gnome tried to stab you and missed, and then all of a sudden Lorebringer comes up and just like caves the gnome's head in.
Yeah.
Are you going to bring
Yeah.
Lorebringer to justice for
I'm
committing
sorry,
this
Neal, Are you
crime?
judging that the laws of gods are different when it's PCs versus not
heck,
players?
I'll go to the sheriff right now.
This
as
is
a paladin.
his property.
This is
You guys came
blasphemy.
onto it. You
Blasphemy.
attacked him
Laws of
first.
the gods are above
Heretic.
the laws of men.
Heretic.
The party is corrupt. They do not want to bring their own member to justice for murdering a man on his own property.
I executed a person as I have the right to do so as a noble and as a paladin. I
Got a
bought the
point
noble
there.
trait. I'm a
I knew
knight.
he was
I'm
not.
a
Just because
Kel.
you have the right to do it doesn't mean it's not murder.
I'm a Kel.
Yes, it does.
I'm a noble. I'm a paladin. And the guy was blaspheming, and he
You're
encouraged me to
all right,
destroy
it's fine.
statues.
You're
I
allowed to
think
kill
I've
the.
overkilled it. This
You're
one.
allowed to murder him indiscriminately. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. You guys
I'm
can
allowed
take
to
your
murder him.
notes. You can
I'm
head
being
back.
very lawful, chat.
So
So about that loot on him.
The dagger is just painted to look like it's got lightning bolts attached to it. It's literally just a regular dagger painted white and blue.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think what happened, the reason why I didn't get all the good stuff is I had my blacksmithing proficiency got in the way of all this. So I packed a second box with all of his good stuff. He just had
Oh,
too
he's
much
got-
good blacksmithing equipment. It just all started getting packed in. So
Great tools. But then your boxes are full and you guys head home. You'll eventually make it back to town where Cogwrench Hammerbench will gift you all with will gift the party with 500 pieces of gold in exchange for the relics you present him.
All right, I give 10 gold to the church and I give 10 gold to Desmond.
Love it. Does anyone else
I do
want to
not.
tithe?
Well, I've got a tithe as a paladin.
I give
I
0 gold to the church. I give 0 gold to Desmond because he's never made me pay him before. So I straight up just don't know about it. Or if I've heard about it once, I just...
Yeah.
If you don't ask the teacher for homework and they don't give you homework, you have no homework.
Yeah.
I guess
And then eventually I'll go back there and study that the supposed lightning throwers that were attached to the side of the snail shell. That's what I'll be working on for the next while.
Right. You will come to learn that they do not have any generators on them. Give me an intelligence check.
Power it with your circuit.
Maybe eventually. Boom, 28.
But they are attached to the shell in such a way that any lightning bolts striking the shell would power the beams on the side, and the lightning attack would then be controlled and powered by the snail.
Okay.
Yes.
I
Yes.
can
If you had
find it.
used a lightning bolt, it would have returned it to you without taking any damage in and of itself.
Perfect. So I'll take this concept. It is something new that I have. It's like, didn't think about this. I can probably find a way to power it using magic. You know, a reasonable.
Does
Instead of
Shenanigans
the
have a lightning
bullshit.
rod on it?
Shenanigans does not have a lightning rod attached to it.
Desmond, I think you should get a lightning rod to say your building doesn't get hit by lightning.
Never
anymore.
gets hit by lightning. The gods love me.
Maybe that time that guy got hit by lightning inside.
No.
Don't remember.
I mean,
Are you sure
which
you don't want
time?
some lightning rods?
It's fine. I don't need them. I trust the gods. The gods trust me.
Okay. Fair enough.
just also see if I can kind of read the plans and maybe talk to Hammerbench and see
They're
if he
all
can help
written
me
in
out.
Gnomish. Defeated by language.
All right, Neal, question. If someone were to somehow theoretically wear this turtle shell and then try to attack Desmond, and then the lightning comes and strikes them, but then goes and attacks Desmond, and then creates a lightning loop.
So that's it for Shenanigans Day, everybody. Everyone can walk home with 2,000 points of experience because it was quite a bit of challenges.
Let me
Level
roll
up.
for HP then. I'm paladin. That's D10, right?
Wait,
Yeah, D10.
what's level 3? Is that 3,000? I think I get 1.5 levels.
For who? A rogue?
Yeah, for a warrior.
A warrior? A fighter? No, fighters go 2, 4, 8, 16, 32.
Oh, 2, 4. Okay, got it. Okay, what is
Yeah.
We've got 13 total now.
Well, the good
13
news
total?
is, boys,
Love it.
is I'm 529 XP away from leveling up as rogue.
Ooh, that's very close.
That is very close.
How
I don't
far is your
think I
wizard?
could get, wizard, I just got level 5.
Ooh, like right
So-
now?
No, like
Oh,
the
okay,
last time
session.
I played, I just
Okay.
got level 5.
Got it. So you're
I'll
a
do a
long
six
way
then.
away.
Long ass way away. I am 21. I'm at 21,324, and I think my next
Ooh.
level up is at 40,000. So
Yeah. That's a long way.
Cleric is a D8 for health.
Yes, it is.
D8.
So I'm gonna have to gain a total of 40,000 XP.
Holy shit!
Ooh, my-
Damn! so
Wow.
nice.
Well, not getting one shot at it this
Exactly.
time.
God damn. Gonna have to find a new way to kill Bryan again.
Just throw,
All right.
just throw the first wave of undead at him, and the other ones wouldn't have to get him.
No, just electrocute him because apparently electrocution lasts forever.
Exactly.
Or keeps you alive.
I mean, I
It's
have
amazing.
exactly 21 health now. So literally, you said it did 21
But
damage.
Neal,
Yeah.
if electrocution lasts forever, then why?
Electricity lasts forever, not electrocution.
If electricity lasts forever, then
Space.
Uh-huh.
why do you electrocute?
I think probably the I get so much health because of my upgrades from the
Oh.
mechanics that I get. That's why I'm.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, congratulations, everybody, for surviving
thought.
today's Shenanigans episode.
What I
We
thought.
will come back not next week. I am unfortunately out of town next weekend, but we will be back the next 3 weeks in
Well,
September.
when's your new show? Because your new show is going to be one of those weeks, isn't it?
So I think the week after next, we might have to move Shenanigans to Sunday. We're doing Pawns and Patrons, which is sometimes going to get in the way of Shenanigans and sometimes not.
Yeah.
And
well,
I
that means
think-
I can't make it anymore, but it's been a nice run.
No, I mean, well, the spawns and patrons is once a month at best.
Yeah. I mean, I missed that one. I mean, it's been a nice run from me having no missed episodes from the start. From now, I'm not quitting. I'm just saying I can't make it on those weeks.
Can't make it to one. I'm out.
Yeah, I think so. The schedule is still being developed and figured out, but I think we'll have Shenanigans on the 13th of September, and then the 19th and the 26th. But subject to lots of change and fudging. Pawns and patrons is a complicated mess. So wait for the emails and notifications. And that will conclude our session. Good game, everybody. See you in a couple weeks. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Playing with y'all.